Hello, and welcome to this first edition of NAM TV. I'm Caitlin Spadone.
And I'm Max Rocco. The goal of NAM TV is to periodically showcase many of the activities that make up student life here at NAM. Putting this show together not only allows us to work individually and in teams, it gives us public speaking experience as well.
Our first story takes us all the way back to November as we revisit our annual Veterans Day program. This much anticipated event has become a great tradition here at NAM, requiring a lot of behind-the-scenes preparation. Here's Emily Sommer with a look back.
Thanks, Caitlin. On Tuesday, November 11th, NAM held their annual Veterans Day program. Not only does the program help us to thank and honor our veterans, but helps bring several generations of family together in DeLuca Hall. Students were selected to read personal essays and poems about what Veterans Day meant to them. And of course, under the guidance of Mr. Fehrenbach, patriotic music was performed by all the students from kindergarten through 8th grade. The event's biggest moments are always when our students get to personally honor the veterans in active military and their own families. Every branch of the service was represented by parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents, and great-grandparents. I'm here now with the two teachers that organized this year's event, Mrs. Odoricio and Miss Sloan. Although this has been an annual event, this is your first time organizing it. Why did you decide to get involved?
Well, at the beginning of the year, all the teachers break up what things we decide to do throughout the year, activities and events. And so whenever the opportunity came for the Veterans Program, I thought, what a great way to honor Mrs. Pinsker. She was my mentor teacher when I came to this school, so I thought it would be a great way to kind of follow in her footsteps and show my gratefulness for all that she's done for this school and for me.
Miss Sloan, how long did it take you to plan this event, and what were your biggest challenges?
Well, we started back in about September, just brainstorming ideas on if we wanted to do the same type of program or make a whole new program. And then throughout the month of October, it was very busy. We had to invite a lot of people and plan a lot of the events, and Mr. Fehrenbach was a big help with the song selection. So it took us about 2 months, and then up through November, it was about every day we were working after school.
Mrs. Odoricio, what were your favorite moments?
I would say looking out at the audience was a really neat thing to see. All of the veterans feeling emotional, and you could see the tears in their eyes. In fact, Mrs. Pinsker the night before had texted me just wishing us good luck and reminding us to look into the veterans' eyes because they're the ones who are so thankful for this event.
Miss Sloan, what were your favorite moments?
I actually enjoyed listening to the 4th through 8th graders reading their pieces because I teach kindergarten, so I don't get to hear any type of writing like that or interaction with the older kids, and I was just really surprised and proud of all of the hard work that they did.
We want to thank Mrs. Odoricio, Miss Sloan, and all the teachers, staff, and students that helped make this Veterans Day program a great success. Back to you, Max.
Thanks, Emily. We'll be right back.
Then after you're done with this, you have to connect your controller. And update that.
Some very cool things are happening in the library after school on Mondays. I'll have the story right after this.
Welcome back. A regular feature here on NAM TV will be to showcase one of the many school sponsor clubs in which our students participate.
The first club we're going to highlight is the NAM Robotics Club. Here's Noah Kessler with the report.
Thanks, Caitlin. I'm here with the NAM Robotics Club, where students design, program, and build their own robots. The purpose of the Robotics Club is to promote the integration of science, technology, engineering, and math in our students. Robotics engages students in complex and strategic problem solving. Working independently and in teams, students have the opportunities to develop leadership skills and strengthen confidence in themselves and their work. Students begin by following written directions to construct a physical Clawbot robot. The objective of this exercise is to become familiar with the component pieces and how they work together. Students then learn about robot movement by working in the online virtual game Expedition Atlantis, which presents mobile robot math problems. The game is designed so that students focus on learning mathematical strategies without having to rely heavily on programming. After understanding Expedition Atlantis, students are ready to begin a whole sequence of programming challenges. These programs can be run on a virtual competition board or downloaded to the physical robot. Last May, students from our school competed for the first time in the May Madness Vex IQ Added Up Challenge at the Sarah Hines House on the North Shore. The basic idea behind the contest is for the robot to pick up special balls and deposit them in goals to earn points. The competition takes place on a 32-foot field, and the robots compete individually and cooperatively with the other teams. Our school was named a teamwork finalist and finished in 3rd place in the competition. Currently, the club is open to students in grades 5 through 8. All materials for the club were funded entirely through private donations. Back to you, Caitlin.
Thanks, Noah. Moving on to sports. Let's check in with Brandon Jelpy and his report on the Wildcat soccer teams.
Thanks, Caitlin. As you can see on the ground, there is snow, but just in a few short months it will clear up and heat up and it will be ready for spring soccer season. The NAM Wildcat field consists of 2 teams, the varsity and the developmental league. The varsity team consists of grade levels 5 through 8, and the developmental league consists of grade levels 2 through 4. The varsity team, after a slow start, finished strong by winning their last few games and just missing the playoffs. I am now here with the mastermind behind the NAM soccer program, Mr. Coach Wood. Coach, how did it came to be for you to be the head coach of the NAM soccer program?
Well, Brandon, it started about 4 years ago when folks had started to ask about other programs they could do at school here. And so they started asking me about soccer since they knew I was coaching. I had 2 kids who played. And at that time, there was just too much going on, so I said no. And then they pressed me again about 3 years ago, and I just said, heck, let's do it. So because my kids had played, I had coached for many years, and I knew there was a lot of interest. We took the steps, we started up the process, did everything we need with the diocese, and there you go. That's history.
Coach, can you give us a brief summary on the past fall soccer season?
Great fall for NAM soccer, honestly. We had 3 different tier teams. We had the varsity team, which did amazing. Here you're typically have just 7th and 8th graders there, but because of the number of kids on the team, we had 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. They ended the season with 3 wins. That was phenomenal. We also had a 4th grade team that was made up of 3rd and 4th graders that really excelled. We saw a lot of development in those players, and they did really well. And then we had another team which was 3rd graders, and that was made up of 2nd and 3rd graders. And boy, what a difference between the first game, some kids who had never played, and the last game. Really phenomenal season overall in the fall.
Finally, Coach, what are your thoughts and goals for the upcoming spring season?
I have a lot of aspirations for spring. I really want to get this varsity team to the playoffs. I think the way that they ended, they can start off that strong, and I really honestly think they can make the playoffs. So that's what I'm looking for from that team. From the 2 younger teams, just build off what they did. There really are no playoffs at that age, but the 4th graders and the 3rd graders, they're going to be moving up soon, so I really want to see them do a lot better, learn some of the techniques, and get ready for the next year. And for the youngest kids, same thing. You know, just build off what they did, continue to play strong, continue to play well, and it'll be an awesome season.
We want to thank Coach Wood and everybody that helps makes this a great, wonderful soccer program. For everybody that is thinking on joining the NAM soccer program this spring, be prepared to show all those other teams who NAM really is. Back to you, Max.
Thanks, Brandon. Looking forward to upcoming reports on the other NAM sports teams.
Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of NAM TV. Keep a lookout for our next show, because while you've been watching this, we're already hard at work producing the next one.
On behalf of everyone at NAM TV and Media Club, thanks for watching. See ya!